The initial movement by Canelo to attack Plant after he slipped out of the way, not slip out, snap back out of the way of the shot, the hook, um, was Canelo came with basically a jab, straight jab, which you can see in the profile photo. Thing about it is, though, that suppose he smashed that glasses and a piece of the glasses went into Caleb Plant's eye. We'll be looking at a lawsuit right now, and we'd have been looking at something very serious because Caleb Plant wouldn't have been able to fight. So, while this was good for publicity, thankfully, Caleb Plant did not get any kind of serious injury. He's not going to have any problem with sparring and none of that. They say, oh, you're going to have problems with it. That's bullshit. But you put a little vitamin E on that cocoa butter, that heals up in a day or two. But here's the thing. It could have been much worse. And I just thought about it. This whole promotion could have been jeopardized just because one guy was angry that the other guy's calling him out and cheating on steroids. That's the true reason why Canelo's angry and he was so agitated. Right? It wasn't because Caleb Plant called him a motherfucker. It wasn't that. Because Canelo called Demetrius Andre motherfucker. He was irritated that Caleb Plant was calling out what he sees as an inconsistency with PED drug testing, favoritism by the WBC, commissions allowing fights to happen even though a guy turned up dirty. So he was really speaking out on that, and of course he's a combatant of Canelo. And there's question marks on Canelo when it comes to that. Now, after I looked into the situation a little bit more, I'm not going to pick sides, but I'm just saying Canelo reacted to that. That's what he was reacting to. That's why he pushed Caleb Plant. It was unprovoked, as far as I'm concerned. Just because Caleb Plant says, I'm coming for you, MFer, doesn't mean anything. So he decided to push Caleb Plant, and then he was ready to counter Caleb Plant. But he wasn't ready for what Caleb Plant had in return. That right hand to the body, which you can see Caleb, if you look at the profile picture, you see Caleb Plant's fist. He made a fist, and there's Canelo pulling away from him because he already punched Canelo. All right, he already punched him in the chest. Basically, the solar plexus. Solar plexus is right here. It's in the chest, just below the chest area. Pinpoint accurate. That's why Canelo snapped back, and his face was like this. Well, he was a little shocked. So the other thing I want to talk about, I'm going to keep on talking about these things over and over again because they're real topics, they're real issues. The other thing I'm going to talk about is the fact that everybody's saying Canelo's going to beat Caleb Plant because he can't punch and he can't keep Canelo honest. Well, we saw him keep Canelo honest in the face-off. If you notice, the guy who was standing in the center of the face-off and the other guy who was on the other end was Canelo, and Caleb Plant was in the center. He held his ground, okay? And he got hit by Canelo, right? Not clean shots. He got hit with a straight jab and then a right hand. It wasn't a left hook. So stop saying that, people. That's a spear jab that Canelo threw. All right, anyway. Shout out to Just K. What's up, bro? Just K in the building. Hollering at you, brother. You know, we here to educate these people. So let's see who's really right? Y'all say Caleb Plant can't punch, so that means that Canelo will knock him out in 8, right? This fight ain't going the distance. He's going to knock out Plant in 8. Your word versus mine. Let's see who really know boxing. I said this fight is going the distance, and I said Caleb Plant is going to give Canelo hell. And this is going to be a close fight. That's what I said. You know why I'm saying this? Because all of you guys out there, all of you fans out there, and even some of you professionals out there need to learn the truth. And I hope you get a serious dose of reality. Because boxing is not about who can punch and be a one-hitter quitter and how powerful you are. That's some bullshit. Boxing's much more than that. And Caleb Plant can punch, obviously. He can punch. I heard up to recently there, I heard Durrell, the same guy I was telling you guys about, Anthony Durrell, saying how Canelo gonna beat Caleb Plant because Caleb Plant can't keep him honest. Yeah, Caleb Plant can punch a little, but not consistently enough. Bullshit. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it. I'm standing on it. Canelo's not stopping Caleb Plant. He not putting no beating on Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant gonna walk down Canelo at certain points in this fight, and y'all gonna be shocked. And I'm gonna say this one more thing. Y'all say Caleb Plant can't punch. Y'all said he can't punch, right? Then why didn't Canelo just stand there with him and take that punch that he hit him to the solar plexus? Why he jump back? Why did he jump back? Why is it that Caleb Plant has so much confidence? He stand up watching Canelo, and he holding the center ground. And y'all feel Caleb Plant would... Of course Caleb Plant box, so he gonna use the ring. That goes without saying. Canelo said he gonna be running. Whatever. But I guarantee you this. I guarantee you'll see Caleb Plant walking down Canelo. I guarantee you that. He did the same thing to Uzcategui. Walked his ass down. Yeah, he ran out of some gas in the 11th and 12th round, but he walked his ass down. He did whatever he wanted with Uzcategui. Now, Canelo is not Uzcategui. Canelo is way more skilled, way more slick. So it's going to be a much more even fight. Mainly because of Caleb Plant's experience. He going to need that experience against a great fighter. But don't get it twisted. I'm telling you, Caleb Plant's the stronger fighter in this fight. I don't care. Canelo could take all the PEDs he wanted to. He would never be stronger than Caleb Plant. That's a real 168-pounder who really dedicated himself to the craft and the sport. So it's your word versus mine. Now here's the thing. All you out there that said Thomas Hearns was too big for Floyd Mayweather. All you out there that said Sugar Ray Leonard was too big, too strong for Floyd Mayweather. And they would get him out of there in so many rounds. Guess what? We got a situation here. We got a situation where you saying, y'all say Mayweather can't punch. Y'all said that. Well, let's see. Caleb Plant. Y'all say Caleb Plant can't punch. Y'all say Canelo gonna walk through him. You know, he gonna fade in the later rounds and Canelo gonna walk through him. I don't see it happening, but whatever, right? I know my boxing enough to know that ain't happening. But for your sake, that's what you said. It's your word versus mine. And I have no problem putting my word up. You say, I'm gonna look into the camera. You said that Canelo's gonna knock out Caleb Plant late in the fight. Canelo said he gonna knock out Caleb Plant. Okay? I'm saying that ain't happening. Never will be. I don't care what professionals say. I know what my eyes see and I know the skills I see. And I just saw that face-off. And y'all want to make a big scene and make it sound like Canelo did something in that face-off. And y'all denying the fact that Caleb Plant hit him with a left hook and hit him with a punch to the solar plexus. Alright? Y'all want to ignore that. Cool. And notice Caleb Plant remained at the center. Canelo's the one that bounced backward. And then his coach pulled him away. Cool. He behaved just like the smaller guy, like he's supposed to be. He ain't no 168-pounder. He a little guy that came up to 168. He a little guy that went up to 175. And the real 168-pounder with the skills, with the ability to handle him, is there now. Anyways, we're going to leave that alone. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to say this, and this is going to happen. Caleb Plant's going to walk down Canelo in this fight. Canelo's going to use his skills and maneuver around it. But the fact is, you're going to watch Caleb Plant dog walk Canelo at a certain point in this fight. He is going to look like the bigger guy. That's one thing I'm saying. That's a fact. I watched him. I studied him. I watched Caleb Plant. I watched his mentality. I know how Andre Ward works. Caleb Plant thinks like Andre Ward. You're going to see that. And this fight's going the distance. And this is going to be a close-ass fight. I guarantee you that. I don't care what Canelo say. I don't care what y'all say. I've seen it with my own two eyes. I know what's up. I know what the real deal is. Y'all can talk what you want to talk, but I see what it is. And this is a tough-ass fight for Canelo. I can guarantee you that. He knows it. Caleb Plant knows it. And all that experience, he's going to have to draw on all that experience because this motherfucker is smart. Caleb Plant is a smart-ass motherfucker. And he plays chess, not checkers. Okay? So, that's all I got to say. And he's a tough motherfucker, too. He's strong and he's tough. I just realized that. I'm looking forward to this fight. But this, your word versus mine. Now here's the thing. If Caleb Plant beats Canelo, then that means Floyd Mayweather can beat Sugar Ray Leonard. That means Floyd Mayweather can beat Thomas Hearns. Because power don't mean shit if you can't use it on a fighter who knows what to do in the ring. I'm going to say it again. And I'm going to stand on this because I'm pretty sure about this part. I don't know who's going to win the fight. I'm not going to say that. But what I will say to you is, I'm pretty sure from what I saw, and I verified my information, I looked at it very carefully. Caleb Plant is made of a material that's beastly. Alright? Beastly. He know what he went through to come up to this point. He know what his father put him through to get to this point. Anybody you see at that kind of caliber, with that kind of certainty, with that kind of confidence, it's because they was brought up a certain way. Very, very regimented. He went through it rough. Floyd went through it rough too. His father put him through real roughness. So when y'all say, oh, Floyd, he would get knocked out by Sugar. Fuck no. He wouldn't get knocked out by Sugar Ray Leonard. You out of your fucking mind. I'm going to tell you why. So what? Y'all okay, right? This is a fight sector, so I'm going to use fight language. F-bombs don't mean nothing, right? All right. I'm going to explain to you why. He was raised as a kid and his father had grown-ass men walking his ass down. His uncle, the Black Mamba, sparred his ass. You telling me you going through fire? You going through fire since you younger? He was playing baseball. His father pulled him away from baseball and told him that's not for you and carried him to the gym. He had a regimented lifestyle, man. And his father was never satisfied with him. You saw it. You saw the Pacquiao fight. His father wasn't satisfied with him either there. His father, there was nothing such as perfection with his father. That's some hard ass training, man. Okay? So I'm just saying, Caleb Plant's the same thing. Right? Except he has no lineage of boxing. But he knew this is what he was born to do. He was born to box. He was born to fight. And you could see it in his blood. And there's no way, I am convinced this motherfucker ain't laying down for nothing. I mean, you could bust his head off his shoulders and he's still gonna fight. That's the way how this dude is like, kill or be killed. He really is that kind of dude. And y'all gonna see how legit he really is very, very soon. Y'all gonna see. Don't get it twisted. Canelo is legit too. He come from a boxing lineage, a boxing family. You know, on top of that, you know, he was always kind of, you know, people kind of mentally bullied him because he was a redhead. They used to mock him for that. Now they turn around and they complimented him on it. Canelo, cinnamon head, right? Don't get it wrong. And he raised rough. Don't get it wrong. Mexico ain't no place, you know, he's raised rough. Don't get it twisted. All right? He worked his ass off too. I'm just saying. Y'all saying Canelo just going to blow through this kid. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't see it. That is not going to happen. I can guarantee you that. And this kid is hungry. And let me see, we will have to see who's more hungry. Because at the end of the day, it's going down. And I'm telling you, man, this going down in a kind of way. Because this is a once in a lifetime shit. This is historic. You're going to be the first super middleweight undisputed champion of the world? That's historic. You forever etched in history. This is one fight. Both of them need to win. Both of them need to win. Somebody got to get it. And somebody's going to get it. It's not an if or buts whether it's going to be a draw. This ain't going to no draw. This is not going to no draw. They had to rob one of those guys to make it a draw. Because it has to be a convincing win. And I'm going to tell you again, you're going to see this I guarantee you. I guarantee you this. Because Danny Jacobs walked Canelo ass down. He walked his ass down at a certain point. Because Jacobs was the bigger guy. And Canelo behaved like the smaller guy. And I guarantee you will see Caleb Plant walking Canelo's ass down. I'm telling you. I ain't asking you. I'm telling you this is going to go down. Right? I watched the Caleb Plant style. And it's not fully formed yet. Maybe he'll clean out the wrinkles and he'll tighten up the defense and everything. But the style he has, he's going to walk Canelo down. And that, that soft puncher that y'all call him a soft puncher. Y'all gonna respect that name. You gonna respect Caleb. Caleb Plant's name is gonna be respected for a very long time, and I'm gonna stand on that. Of course, anything can happen in boxing, but I'm not even gonna go there because it's not gonna happen, right? So I'm just finished. I'm finished. I'm very dogmatic about that point. I know sometimes I'm wrong about things, but I think I did my due diligence. I looked at this thing a number of times, and if Caleb Plant, who y'all say can't punch, who y'all saying he gonna run, who y'all saying he weak, Canelo gonna knock him out, right? If Caleb Plant beats Canelo, or if Caleb Plant goes the distance like I said, and it's a close ass fight, remember what I said about Floyd and Leonard and Duran and Hagler, not Hagler, and Hearns. Hagler's too big, right? And Hearns. Because y'all come with the same stupid ass argument. Oh, Floyd don't have the firepower to keep them guys honest. Okay. That's the same shit y'all saying about Caleb Plant. So we will see. We will see. Right? We'll see. We know Caleb Plant had bad hands, just like Floyd had bad hands, just like Pernell Whitaker had bad hands. Alright? We know that. So, that don't mean nothing. Alright? When you got the will to win, you get it done. You get it done. Andre Ward was no big hitter. Andre Ward was no big hitter. Stopped Sergey Kovalev, though. No big hitter. Stopped Sergey Kovalev, though. Knocked down Sullivan Barrera, though. Pernell Whitaker wasn't no big hitter. Knocked down the Black Mamba, Roger Mayweather, though. How did he manage to do that? He's not known as a hitter. He's not known as a big hitter, but he knocked down Roger Mayweather, the Black Mamba. The man who carried power in both fists. Y'all don't know nothing about boxing when y'all talk. Y'all always go with the guy with the power. Y'all always go with the guy that everybody says is the dude. Y'all just go with it. Y'all don't do your due diligence and look up situations and look at people and look at their characteristics. You know what I'm saying? Andre Ward, yeah, he stopped Chad Dawson, but you know why we don't talk about Chad Dawson though? Chad Dawson had to come down to 168, just like what David Benavidez wanted to do with Jamal Charlo. And I'm telling David Benavidez, don't be so stupid. Don't go down to 160. That's a dumb thing to do. You can't even make weight, but you trying to go down to 160. Use your brain. You know what I'm saying? That's why. See, David Benavidez, he don't make smart decisions. You don't make smart decisions, young man. That's why you can't beat a Caleb Plant. You're not disciplined enough. Talking about going down to 160 to face Jamal Charlo. Bruh, shut up. Don't do that. 168 is your weight class. Stay there. If you want to go up in weight, go up in weight. Just cool yourself. You're 24 years old. You have a big future ahead of you. Chill. These dudes. Poor decision making. What's he trying to do? Make history? Of what? What is he trying to prove? Oh, I can go down in weight. Bro, you can't go down in weight. You can't even make weight. So chill. David, cool yourself. See, your brother got knocked out by Terrence Crawford. You want to go and get knocked out now by Jamal Charlo, let him make a name off of you? Don't be stupid. You're a 168 pounder at best. You're really a 175 pounder. Okay? You're pushing it, bro. Just chill. Stupid decision making, man. Somebody need to manage that boy career. Yeah, just care. I hear you, man. So I finished saying what I had to say, because everybody's always caught up on power. Can he keep Canelo honest? How did he keep Ustategui honest? Did he keep him honest? Ustategui wasn't trying to walk in he wasn't trying to walk in on Caleb Plant. He wasn't trying to walk through his punches. He got dropped twice. You're not going to try and walk through a guy after you get dropped twice. You're going to respect him. Okay? So, I don't know what y'all thinking. I don't know where y'all coming from. You know, there are too many mediocre people out here. You know what I'm saying? Too many mediocre people out here. And too many people who just don't understand the sport of boxing. So Canelo hit him with a boop boop. But what did Caleb Plant hit Canelo with? It was less obvious, right? Left hook, which is very hard to do. You can't just throw a left hook on a guy and catch him. As much as it sounds interesting, a jab is what you use. A straight jab. That more quicker hits a guy. This is why Canelo used the jab instead. He was right up close, so he threw the jab, and probably part of the glasses bounced off his elbow and cut it. Right? He hit him with a jab and then a right hand, and he slapped. Obviously, he keeps his closed fist so he doesn't get charged with assault. Right? Because you can get charged with assault out there. But it's still dangerous because when he threw that jab, the glasses smashed, ricocheted into Caleb Plant's face and then ricocheted out. And that could have very well be a very, very bad situation. And even Canelo said, you know what, I didn't intend to do that. Well, you didn't intend to do that because you was in a rage. You was mad that he accused you of doping. Which, I don't know, man. I'm still on the fence with that one now. I used to be very sure about you, but now I'm not sure. Right? Caleb Plant is kind of making me second guess myself. But nonetheless, the point that's irrelevant. They're going to throw it down anyway, right? And he's VADA tested, so he's passing all the VADA tests, so it doesn't really matter right now at this point. But the point is, he could have easily punctured Caleb Plant's eye. Right? And you could tell Canelo was ready for something because he started it, of course, and he threw the glasses down. He knew Caleb Plant wasn't just gonna let that go by. He knew this from the get-go. He just wanted to test and see if this guy is really that way. If he is what he is. He's not a punk. And obviously Caleb Plant's not a punk, right? But I'm just saying, the 1-2. Canelo caught him with a 1-2 up top, but what was Caleb Plant doing on the other end? He caught him with a 1-2. A 1-2. One on top, one below. And he actually did catch him. I couldn't believe he caught him. Even though Canelo snapped back, Caleb Plant still caught him with the left hook, which was very interesting because that that means a lot. Okay, that's not a small thing that just happened. And then he punched him with the ball fist. It was a quick punch. He wasn't trying to necessarily go all the way in with the punch, but he snapped it, right? He twisted and snapped it very fast, and he caught him with the solar plexus shot, and Canelo leap back with that, right? And I'm just saying, for those of you out there that don't get it, that shows that Caleb Plant's equal to the task. Canelo got 2 in, Caleb Plant got 2 in. You know what I'm saying? Think about what I'm saying. This is a fight. So, as much as Canelo's aware that he caught him up top, Caleb came back with something. In other words, this is chestnut checkers. Caleb Plant was set up. He was set up to get his licks in. You know what I'm saying? And he got one in with a balled fist, which he sneaked that by. Nobody's really talking about that body shot with a balled fist. And I know you're not supposed to really hit somebody with a balled fist. That's assault. Okay? So there was a little bit of assault that went on there. Again, let's say Caleb Plant didn't control his punch and he dug deeper into Canelo's solar plexus, what would have happened? You know what I mean? He just touched him there, you know? He's just touching him to say, I can catch you to the body. I set you up to go up on top. It's chess. Y'all have to understand it's chess being played, right? I set you up to go up on top to go for my head. And I still land that punch to the body. And which shots are more important in boxing sometimes? Sometimes you have to sell out. You get a headshot to sell out to get the body shot. And you write off some of the punch. You see? See? Boxing is it's a smart man sport. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying all of this just to say to you guys that this situation could have gotten really bad. Thankfully it didn't. I think I see what Stephen F. Lowe's is saying. It was very exciting though, and it was real. We know it was real. It started off very real. So we'll see how this fight pans out. I like the fact, like I said before, that a lot of you guys are exposing the fact that you think it's all about power. And it's all about, you think keeping a guy honest means Oh, well, he couldn't stop. He couldn't stop Caleb Truax, so that means he ain't got no power, right? Oh, he couldn't stop Usateki, so he ain't got no power. I listen to David Benavidez talk, and sometimes when I listen to some fighters talk, it tells me they're not the highest level of boxers. The highest level of boxers understand boxing in a totally different way to how these lower level boxers deal with it. And I'm beginning to realize that when I see a boxer only observe the obvious and not observe the not so obvious, right? And the other thing that is teaching me about the sport of boxing and IQ and smarts is when you see boxers overlooking certain things, it's because they probably have no knowledge of it. And the other thing I was looking at is that the way how your mindset is wired for boxing, right? We know it's all about war. You're going to war. Your mindset is now geared to hurt another individual, hurt another person. You have to be in that mindset. You just have to. That's just the way how it goes. But ultimately, in the end, what I'm saying is that even though it's a hurt business and you're wired to hurt somebody, when you open your mouth and say, man, I'm going to knock this guy out in 8 rounds, or I'm going to knock this guy out in 2 rounds. Now you turn to Muhammad Ali, you a prophet now? You a prophet? Or are you trying to trick your brain and trick yourself into getting motivated so you can take down your opponent? Because most of the time when people make predictions, oh, I'm going to knock this dude out. Oh, yeah, I'm going to win this fight. You can tell when they reel about it. A fighter who's used to knocking out other fighters, got skills and everything, he's still going to count on his knockout skills or his setup of his knockout. As we saw in this case here, Canelo saw the opportunity to do the 1-2, but what he did not see was the return fire. The instigator was Caleb Plant. The reaction, the guy who reacted was Canelo. The answer was Caleb Plant. My point being this: Canelo needs to take Caleb Plant extra seriously. Bro, if you Canelo, I'm going for the win. You hear Caleb Plant always saying, I'm going for the win. I'm going to win. You need to focus on winning. You saying you're going to knock out somebody, next thing you get dropped. Okay? I'm telling you, man, look what Caleb Plant did to you. Pay attention. Okay? Pay attention. You got your 2 licks in, but look where he got his 2 licks in. Pay attention. So, he can counter you. And he's proven he can counter you in select areas. Pinpoint accurately. And it is accuracy and placement that causes people to get dropped. And timing. And I know Canelo knows all of these things, but I'm just saying, you are underestimating Caleb Plant. You think you know what you have in front of you. He showed you you don't know what you have in front of you. And as this press conference continues, you're going to see more and more why Caleb Plant is not somebody to play around with. I remember Leonard Ellerbe saying, if Canelo goes up against Caleb Plant, he's going to lose. I remember Leonard Ellerbe saying that. Now, I'm not saying that Caleb Plant will beat Canelo, but I'm saying if Canelo takes Caleb Plant lightly like these stupid ass fanboys are, and he doesn't know he's in for a fight of his life, he's going to lose. You can't go in there doing the same old that you did before. He will beat your ass. You have same preparation, but you got to have a different mindset. This dude coming here is coming to take what's mine. He's coming to take my throne. He's coming to take my pound for pound status. He's coming to take my belts. He's coming to take my food. Canelo got to treat this guy like that. And got to take him very seriously. He laughed when Caleb Plant said that you don't understand what you're dealing with. And by the time you do realize it, it'll be too late. He's not understanding that. So he laughed. He laughed. Maybe I should just let it be. But I'm just going to say this. Because I want Canelo to understand. I hope Canelo understands. He's not dealing with Callum Smith. He's not dealing with Billy Joe Saunders. Okay? Lomachenko got beaten by Teofimo Lopez because Lomachenko thought Teofimo Lopez was like all his other opponents. He wasn't. Manny Pacquiao got beaten by Dennis Ugas because he thought Dennis Ugas was like every other opponent he had. He wasn't. This cat here, Caleb Plant, is not like the other guys that you faced. He's not even like Erislandy Lara. He is determined on his life. As he would say, on God. He ready to go. He ready to die in that ring to win. That's the guy coming to face you. And then you can see he's unfazed. He's totally unfazed. He's totally dialed in. All the way in. He's dialed all the way in. So if Canelo feel this is easy work, he about to learn a reality. He gonna get a dose of reality. And don't count on your experience either. Whichever you know, pull all your tricks out your bag and keep on training like a mother. Because listen, like a motherfucker. Because and you don't like the word motherfucker, bro. You gotta train like one. Because here's the thing. Caleb Plant's coming for what you have. And he's not going to ask you for it. He's going to take it from you. That's what he's going to do. That's the mentality he's coming with. That's all I got to say. Now everybody said, oh, Caleb Plant, the first guy that Canelo meets who's a real fighter, he going to beat Canelo. So that's why I'm heading up Canelo right now. Because, bro, this dude ain't coming to play games. He ain't coming for kumbaya. He coming for your stuff. And he's not playing around. He's totally dialed in and totally focused. Totally dialed in, totally focused. And he's extremely hungry. To stave off that guy, you got to be focused. Dialed in and hungry and take this guy seriously. Ain't be laughing with dudes. Don't be laughing when a dude telling you stuff. Don't be laughing. It ain't no joke. Dude's not joking. He not playing. Everything he says, he means. Everything he says, he believes. So he coming. And you're going to have to stave him off. You're not going to be able to do what you did to him as you did to Billy Joe Saunders. That's not happening. You're not going to be able to do to him what you did to Callum Smith. It's not happening. And he already feels you're cheating. So he's preparing for that. And he knows he has to win pretty clearly. He has to definitively win. So he's really going to put the effort in to make sure he separates himself from you. Whatever way it is. Something may be shocking. It shocks everybody. Okay? So Caleb Plant ain't no joke. And Canelo saying, I'm preparing something for you. Bruh. You just stick to winning. Just get the W. This is a fight where you need to get the W. You know? It don't even matter if you look good or not. Just get the W. Alright? Thinking about KO. You can't KO this dude. You're not going to KO this dude. This dude's mindset and everything. The only way you're going to KO this dude is if you can separate his brain from his body. Like you have to bust open his skull and kill him. He has to die. And then you will be. That's when you will knock him out. You're not knocking him out no other way. He's not coming in to lay down. I'm telling you now. And especially how he feels. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. How he feels about you, that you was cheating and stuff, he don't believe you got the confidence to beat him. Because he know he clean. So I'm saying, he's coming for you. I'm gonna say it again. He's coming for you. I watched video clips, and then I watched this dude fight. This dude ain't playing. He don't play around. He don't play around. Caleb Plant's not one of those. He reminded me of Andrew Ward. Andrew was the same kind of dude. He don't play around. Okay? So we gonna see. Everybody talking about, oh, Caleb Plant, he don't have the firepower, he don't have. Okay, okay. This is the last one I'm gonna do on this, and then I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. But this is gonna be a fight. This is definitely gonna be a fight. And there ain't gonna be no prisoners taken. Somebody going down. This is kill or be killed. I'm not talking about getting knocked out. I'm talking about somebody gonna lose their title. This is not going to a draw. This is not gonna happen. This is not gonna happen. It's not. They're not. The judges are not gonna give a draw for this. One way or the other, this fight's gonna go, and it's gonna be a close fight. Maybe somebody will establish themselves and take over late in the fight. Maybe that'll happen. I know Canelo can fight his ass off. And what everybody don't realize is Caleb can fight his ass off too. And both of them have defense. It might look that way from the face-off, but they both have defense. So we're going to see what goes down. We're going to see what's going down. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see what's going down. It's going to be a good fight. This is going to be I think this is going to be the fight of 2021. But thankfully, nobody got hurt in the altercation. I just thought about it. Caleb Plant's glasses could have punctured his eye. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they gave him the same shades back or what. But it was extremely explosive. Extremely explosive. Them both guys is real fast dudes, man. Real fast dudes. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens with these two fighters. Next press conference, whenever they have that. But this is a must-see TV thing for the hardcores, and we need to advertise this for the casuals. I'm going to try and at least put out an advertisement for it. But again, I'm going to say this again. Y'all said, all of y'all, whether y'all professionals or not, all of y'all said Caleb Plant don't have enough power to keep Canelo honest. And Canelo going to stop him. That's what y'all said. So I'm going to hold all of y'all out there to your word. I'm going to hold all of y'all out there to your word. Don't go. I don't want to hear nothing. Stay. Keep that same energy. Keep saying that same thing. All right? That's what y'all said. And it's the same set of people who said, oh, Sugar Ray Leonard, man, he would beat Floyd Mayweather. Ain't no evidence that Sugar Ray Leonard could beat Floyd Mayweather. There's none. None. Because Floyd's never been beaten. So how do you beat Floyd Mayweather? Oh, well, you beat him to the body and you beat him down. You beat down the shell and Leonard has solved the shell. Shut up. Now you guys are saying Caleb Plant, he would destroy. Canelo, he would destroy Caleb Plant. He would knock him out. Caleb Plant is easy work. Okay. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV. He one of the guys though. I'm gonna say it. He one of the guys that is cool. Now he made an argument that Caleb Plant he gasses out later on in fights. Timothy Bradley said the same thing. You know. So we're gonna see if Caleb Plant will gas out this time. Right? Now against Usategui, he did gas out. Against Caleb Truax, he did not gas out. Mind you. Remember that. So we're gonna see if the Caleb Plant that we see against Canelo, because he's motivated. This is a big fight. He's very motivated. So why would he come in like how he came in against Usategui or against... He's improving as a fighter. He's growing as a fighter. Right? People said Teofimo Lopez, he had struggled with Nakatani. Remember that? Oh, he ain't ready for Lomachenko. Then he knocked out the kid to get the IBF title explosively. They didn't think that Teofimo Lopez could outbox Lomachenko, 1. And 2, they didn't think that he could go the distance with Lomachenko. And he did both. But y'all never learned your lesson. You always count out guys. I was one of the few that said Teofimo Lopez is going to beat Lomachenko. I said exactly how, and to the T it went that way. Right? And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm just saying, you got to know boxing, man. You got to know boxing. And y'all made all kinds of excuses for Lomachenko. If Lomachenko faces Teofimo Lopez tomorrow, Teofimo Lopez still beats his ass. If Manny Pacquiao faces Yordenis Ugas tomorrow, if he doesn't make those minor adjustments we talked about, he has no chance. Yordenis Ugas is going to beat him the same way. Right? Because the system put in place. And you got to figure out the system first, and then figure out the loopholes in the system and work the system. And you have to do with your timing and how you move and all that. Okay? I don't know if Manny Pacquiao will face Yordenis Ugas next year, but that's a whole other story for another day. My point anyway is this, and I'm going to keep on saying it, because I know what I'm talking about. Caleb Plant is not going to get stopped by Canelo. Canelo's not the dude to stop Caleb Plant. 1, the fight's going to be extremely competitive and close. 2, and 3, Caleb Plant is going to at some point walk down Canelo. He's going to walk him down. He's going to push him back. And he's going to land punches on him. Guaranteed. Because Canelo's not the bigger dude. Caleb Plant is. He's the bigger, longer dude. And Caleb Plant can fight on the inside. I saw it against Usategui. He fight on the inside. And he also can fight on the outside. Okay? Why Caleb Plant wasn't able, sometimes he burned himself out, is because he doesn't pace himself always the proper way. You have to pace yourself, and you have to move at a certain pace in fights. If you're going to go with a high punch output and a high pace, then you should train that way. You should train at the highest pace possible, and you should be doing a whole bunch of rounds. 30, 40 rounds at a high pace. But you have to know also what is your pace. And if you can get the fight controlled down to the pace that you want, you should be okay. Canelo doesn't really go at 100 miles an hour. He has a measured pace. That's why Canelo don't burn out like that anymore. And he uses a strategic way, precise footwork to walk a fighter down. Okay? I believe Caleb Plant knows about that. So he should be able to counter that and to change up things a bit, with Canelo. Also, he should be able to penetrate Canelo's defense when he's ready, because he proved it. He did it. He broke into Canelo's defense and landed 2 punches on him. As much as Canelo snapped back from the punch, he still got slapped. And even though he landed his 1-2, Caleb Plant came back with a 2 to the solar plexus. So Caleb Plant is getting openings in Canelo's defense, which no other fighter has ever been able to do that so flushly. Okay, so yeah, Caleb took 2 punches, no doubt about it, but he also landed 2 punches himself. So that's the key point that I think a lot of you guys don't realize. And somebody has to be the bull, somebody has to be the matador, somebody has to walk down somebody. So, when you meet 2 top tier boxers, somebody got to walk somebody down. It has to be. Because otherwise they just stand in the center of the ring and just watch each other. Somebody has to initiate the action. And since you need to be first, it would be best interest to see how Canelo works on the back foot. Put some pressure on early. That's what Floyd did. Came across the ring and started putting pressure on. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. He wasn't letting Deontay Wilder dictate. Put pressure on Deontay Wilder early. Now, some people are saying that Deontay Wilder, he's going to knock out Tyson Fury. He's going to beat up Tyson Fury, whatever. I'm going to say this. I don't know. But I don't think so. I don't think that Deontay Wilder's knocking out Tyson Fury. Because he tried to knock out Tyson Fury in the very first fight, which was the one that he had his greatest opportunity knocking him out. And Tyson Fury got up from that. So I don't think Deontay Wilder has it within him to knock out Tyson. I mean, if Tyson Fury presents his chin to Deontay Wilder, then he would knock him out. But I don't think any other way he's going to knock out Tyson Fury. It's just not happening. That would have to be a fight that goes the distance as well. Tyson Fury knows Deontay Wilder way too well for Deontay Wilder to knock out Tyson Fury. You know, because fundamentally Deontay Wilder is going to be Deontay Wilder when fight time comes. But he's going to be better. He's going to do more things and, you know, stuff that he already does, he's going to do. And he likes to experiment, so that's good. So he might do better against Tyson Fury. I still don't see him beating Tyson Fury. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. You know, everybody's talking about Deontay Wilder, he'll beat him. I mean, that's buzz, but, I mean, Tyson Fury going to do what he do. He's going to win the fight. He might knock out Wilder this time. Wilder might even do better. He might get some licks in. But at the end of the day, Tyson Fury is probably going to win that fight anyway. That's what it is. But if Wilder managed to somehow pull off the upset by points, kudos to Wilder, man. You know what I mean? But I just don't see it. But I don't understand why Tyson Fury had to cheat by using Stanzolol with the Klitschko fight, and then telling me it's wild boar meat. Come on, get out of here with that shit. You cheated. You know, and that's why I guess people are going in on Canelo. You know, you got caught dirty. Whether they reverse the decision or not, you got caught dirty, and that's what Caleb Plant's saying. You know. It is what it is. I mean, he might be a clean fighter. Actually, could be a clean fighter, and this is just a stain on his resume. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't speak because you know, after the weigh-ins, he would get fed these pills and stuff. But then again, these pills might just be vitamins for real. They might just be vitamins to revitalize him, right? With some water, some saline or Gatorade or whatever. I don't know. I can't say. You know, the problem with it is the camp, man. Some of those guys in that camp, you know, a lot of these weight loss things, they keep on banning weight loss things, keep on being in that camp. So I can't really say, man. I can't vouch for Canelo. I wanted to vouch for Canelo, but now I can't vouch for him. And then the WBC be behaving so super weird right now with Oscar Valdez and stuff. I can't vouch for none of these guys, man. WBC been dealing real weird with drug cheats, man. Embracing them. Once they from Mexico, you know, just embracing these dudes. That's weird, man. That's just weird. Some weird ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So just too much weird stuff going on for me to just say, oh, Canelo's 100% clean. I can vouch for him. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Hell of a fighter. I can't vouch for him. And I feel bad about it because it's like, you know, I defended him before, and then now I'm seeing the bigger picture. I'm like, you know what? If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. And so I'm really like, I can't believe this, man. I can't believe this. I can't believe. Is this really so? You know, and so I don't know. I can't really speak. I can't really say. I can't vouch for no fighter. You know what I mean? I just can't. That's what you learn. So I'm hoping he wasn't cheating. And using banned substances. I'm hoping. You just never know out here, man. Alex Ariza is another shady guy. And Memo's a shady dude. Even though I haven't really heard. Well, yeah, with Marquez. Memo and Marquez. Man, some shady shit. You know, boxing's a shady sport. But still, man, you know. Anyways, people, that's all I got for now. What you need, I got something extra for you guys. I'm gonna put out. Remember, we dealing with the welterweight champions, so you look out in the community section. I got some more stuff coming for you guys with the champions. Oh, by the way, don't forget, you can subscribe, share, donate, and donate via Western Union or MoneyGram to my channel. Appreciate all donations, and we're gonna talk a little bit more a little bit later. Peace.